Hey, they might could do it better. I ain't tripping off all that shit.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Richie Faye TV, man. We back in the building. We back working, we back grinding. I got a special guest in the building. My boy Illy. Pop your shit, dog.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Illy, International Illy. Yo, man, I'm here. I got something new for the people, man. Little project, little EP. I call it Rosebuds.
Smooth. You got the apparel on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man,
saying, man? So
little merch, that we put together. This is just a little mock-up, you know what I'm saying? Trying some things out.
Yeah. What influenced the artwork, the cover art?
Oh man, I gotta shout out the boy Zico, man. He went crazy with this. This is actually the track list for the back of the project. I got the front, on the sleeve here. But Rosebuds, he tried to incorporate what we doing here. So, I mean, I think I would pretty much have to tell the background of the tape, for the project, for the artwork and everything to make sense. So what we was trying to encompass was the idea of a lover, or someone who was in love, right? And things were going great, and it was just somebody who got stood up, and you got this bouquet of roses, and she ain't show up, and since you 420 friendly, you had this creative way to take those petals from the rosebuds, and roll that up, and so we go on a little journey of love, and encompassing that 420 thing, and that's Rosebuds.
Oh, okay, cool. So the weed's supposed to help you get over the
that coping mechanism,
yeah,
right.
I feel that that's relatable.
Yeah,
I believe people look to marijuana, to cope with certain things. So you got 9 songs on this. So is this like an EP or like?
Well, this is 6. This is six tracks on Rosebuds. This is 6. Okay. Yeah, 6-track EP.
6-track EP.
6 tracks. Yeah.
I don't know why I got this. I don't know why I got 9 songs from.
I don't know. I mean, it's crazy because anytime you have a project, you always probably have more than what you end up putting out, and that's the case.
Yeah.
So I did have 9 tracks.
That was deluxe. So
you know what I'm saying? I did have 9 tracks.
Yeah.
Even at the listening party, my brother was like, "Yo, you cut this down?"
Yeah.
And I had a couple extra joints that we decided to keep and maybe do something else with. But it's just 6 tracks for y'all.
So where are you originally from?
Man, I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, I just had my boy Ponzo Houdini from.
Man, shouts out to the cake boss.
Ponzo, yeah, I had my boy Ponzo, man. That's lit. That's lit. Dog.
Hey, we working, man.
Yeah,
we working.
Buffalo in the building, man.
We working,
dope.
dude.
That's dope, man. So, did you know Ponzo growing up?
Nah, I ain't know him growing up, but you know what I'm saying. He around the down the way, and we got family down the way, and. So I know who he is, and then he working. So you see the videos, you seen, what I'm saying, at this at this performance, at that performance, you're like, yo, look, what I'm saying, he there. So you gotta recognize him because he working.
Yeah, that's dope, man. A lot of people been gravitating towards Buffalo music, man. And why do you think it's that?
I mean, it's because of West Side Gun and Griselda, And that Derringer sound, you gotta, give them boys their credit. They definitely put the spotlight on my city right now. So, other than that, is the musicians. Shouts out to Joy the drummer, and there's a few others, that are doing some really great things as musicians. Then we got DJs, T Jizzle, he DJ for Future, and more, So. Man, it's just that hard work. We finally getting that little spotlight.
Are you familiar with DJ Banana?
No. Oh, Bandana Black.
Yeah, Bandana Black. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Bandana Black. Yeah. I'm familiar with him too. I've been on a couple of his volumes. I think he did this I Am Buffalo series.
Cool.
So I've been on a couple of them joints.
Cool. I see you got some volumes of your own.
Yeah, man.
Why you stopping, man? Like you had them going back to back. One of them you had a freestyle. You had wrote a freestyle on the paper, man, and you was like going in on it. You know what I mean? So what was that all about?
Man, you got to be referring to that Sandwich Bag Shorty.
Yeah.
I had 3 volumes of that, and man, it was back when, you know, I knew YouTube and dropping some freestyles was the way, and I never really quite promoted any of the videos or got my subscribers up. But back then I was just knowing like, yo, shoot a few freestyle videos before you drop your project, you know what I'm saying? Just to get some people paying attention to what you're doing. So that's what I was doing back then, you know, and I write it down and I'm like, yo, I'm a writer. I probably wrote it a few minutes before I did it, but I write it, yo, put the beat on, let me spit it, and let me get some interest, into what I'm doing, and then I drop a project. But I felt like after 3 volumes, it just told me like, yo, I don't want no one to think that this is all I could do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm so well rounded. Yeah. So let me chill with the Sandwich Bag Shorty volumes so that I could show a little more. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I just wanted to talk about some other things, even though I still incorporate, life. But, I want to talk about love. I want to talk about relationship. I want to talk about who I am. You know what I'm saying? I want to throw that knowledge of self in there. I want to talk to my young black brother, so I just wanted to say, all right, Sam's Back Shorty, that was that. I had 3 volumes of that. I talked that talk, and I talked it good. And now let me show you that penmanship go a long way further than that too, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that's dope. Let's speak about the Flex volumes. You was doing 8 years ago. You started the Flex volumes. I didn't know anything about the Sounds Bad. I was talking about the Flex.
Oh, okay.
The Flex volumes, really.
You know what? That's because I used to spell them funny, but that was 4 a.m. Flicks.
Okay.
So this is before the rebrand.
Yeah.
All right, because I've been doing music for a minute.
Yeah, I got 8 years on that 4 a.m.
Yeah, because that's when we used to do it with, what I'm saying, before DSLR, before I had a DSLR. This is, who knows what kind of camera we was using, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so 4 a.m. Flicks, this is my group. We were the 4 a.m. astronauts. That's 4 ever about money.
Yeah.
Before that, we were a group of 4 people called the Fam. And then our first rebrand, we went to the 4 a.m. astronauts. So anytime we did something as far as video go, we called it 4 a.m. Flicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I used to be, in the hood or wherever, or sometime in my living room, live from the living room, 4 a.m. Flicks. You know what I mean? And I just did volumes, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I probably had like 7 or 8 volumes that I did on my channel. But then I have a partner. And even in my rap group now, the Dignitaries, that's just another rebrand. So always the producer, Anthem on the track, and myself. At that time, I was Illogics, then changed to Illy Ali. You know what I'm saying? So me and Anthem on the track, back then we were 4 a.m. astronauts. Now we are the Dignitaries. But man, that's where we started, man. We had some dope. So what you heard was not even to beats.
Yeah, it was just it was to a beat, but you was rapping it like the beat was playing.
Okay,
it was
okay.
This 8 years ago, man. I'm talking about. This was just the beat was playing. You had a picture of the bars, the notes, the lyrics on it, and it was like you couldn't see you, but it was like you was reading it off, but we could see the bars.
Going down.
Yeah,
I had on my Sabres hat or something.
No, but this was the first one though. You couldn't see. This was volume 1.
Okay.
You couldn't see you. And then that's a volume 2 and volume 3. That's what started I'm basing this off YouTube though. This is stuff.
Yeah. This is the composition notebook.
Yeah.
When I was spitting, I'm spitting to a Kanye beat.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm
saying?
Okay. Yeah. I ain't trying to kick knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm shooting that with my phone, dude.
Okay. Yeah.
I got my phone, little Sprint phone at the time. And I'm just going through my words like that. I'm like, yo, that might be dope. Yeah. Okay.
I feel that, man. So, check and check. No. Chess and check.
Chess
and check. Not
checkers.
Checkers, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you take those 2 board games, man, And the saying chestnut checkers, you focus on the simplicity of the game of checkers, you know, and then you get to the thinking and the strategicness of chess. So after we did our rebrand, and it took us a while to come up with the right name. So
for that song right there, because that song was a hit. That's what I was going to talk to you about. I wonder why people don't gravitate to that type of music more. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Man, there was at a time when we did it, and see, that's just the name of the song, but the name of the project is Chestnut Checkers too.
Oh, so it was a project.
Yeah, man. That's the Dignitaries' first and right now only album is Chestnut Checkers. I think that was 2017 where we put that out, in probably 2018 for the video. You know what I mean? And we shot the single, and you know we tried to do some playlisting, and we did a little bit. We had this one song called "Book of the Dead" off of there. That was the second song after Chestnut Checkers, and you know that got our first playlisting and things like that. But Chestnut Checkers, it was just trying to say, yo, let's not just play chess. Let's think about what we're doing. Let's make strategic moves. You know what I mean? So we can have something for the future. So that's what that is. Are you going to just play chess, or are you going to be a thinking man and think about the moves before you make them? You know what I'm saying? If you ahead of the game, then you got a better chance of winning because you 2 or 3 moves ahead. If I fall here, all right, I'm going to bounce back like this. And then we still moving instead of, oh man, the wheels done fell off. I don't know what to do, you know. And man, I've been playing chess since a youngster, so it felt right.
Yeah, it felt right. I understand that. That was a dope song, man.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? That's a song I can listen to on the regular. You know, it'll motivate you. So, how do you balance being an artist and also being a teacher?
You know, I've always felt like I had to keep those two worlds separate. And I think for good reason, because of the content. Yeah. Especially when I was younger. I've been teaching for 13 years. Yeah. So, you know, even when I was in college, you know, now I'm 18, something like that, right? So I'm in the high schools and I'm in, you know, elementary schools, and my content at that time, you know, was young and wild. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I wanted to ask you, man. Like, you know, people expect for teachers not to be humans in a way. Damn near, like, y'all don't have a life outside of just teaching.
Right.
So, like, being an artist and a teacher, when it comes to like doing the shows and living the artist lifestyle, then have to go be a teacher. What type of, I don't know how I really want to, like, what kind of energy does that bring you? Like, how does that mess with your psyche in a way? Like, how do you turn like different personalities on and off?
You know, it's difficult, but I mean, I feel like I was always kind of doing it though. For instance, growing up, I was heavily in the church, but then still into the secular world, pretty much is what the church people call it. You know what I'm saying? So when you're like that, you know, you have this certain mannerisms and certain things that you know are acceptable in that church realm, and then you have, you know, you're laid back. You know what I'm saying? Now you're feeling free to be you. You know, when you're not in the church. So I think growing up from that, pretty much started me being able to handle, you know, building those lines.
To switch different environments. So you're a father, teacher, and an artist.
Yes, sir.
3 main important roles. How are you putting that into your music? What kind of message are you putting out to people that's in the same position you in right now?
You know, I would say let's think about the name of my group, my rap group, the Dignitaries. So we're saying we're in a high position. So I'm already knowing, like, yo, some people are looking like, yo, you just getting into the game, or we're just now starting to hear you, and you saying you're a dignitary. You putting yourself on a pedestal already. But I mean, I have to, because my thinking is on a high level. I feel as if I'm a king. So my mindset is I need to step with a certain amount of dignity. I need to have a certain standard about the way I move, and I try to preach that. If I'm a teacher, I'm teaching, and I have intellect. I'm a smart guy, so I'm able to teach you the curriculum, but also I'm saying, yo, there's a certain code that we live by. We're trying to be good humans. You know what I'm saying? We trying to spread love to all. I'm teaching the boys. We protect our young girls. We think of our mothers. We think of our sisters, and any women that we love, and we try to treat those other women that we come in contact with the way we want them treated. You know what I'm saying? So
I see you big on how a man should treat a woman. That's really good, man.
oh man, for
I see
real.
you big on that. That's what
For
the
real,
album is
though.
really. The mixtape's really about. Like,
You know what? But I got a daughter though.
yeah. Okay.
I got
Okay.
a daughter, so it's like, man, somebody gonna have to know how to love my baby.
Yeah, so I gotta know how to teach. Yeah.
Right. And she gotta know that, yo, I ain't putting up with just anything.
Yeah.
My dad, he did this for my mom. My dad made sure she was good. My dad made sure I'm good.
Yeah.
Whoever I talk to, he got to be up to that standard.
Yeah.
So man, everything what I know, I can't keep it to myself.
Yeah.
I gotta share it.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to you. I gotta give it to my pops. I gotta give it to whomever. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from anybody.
Yeah.
So if I got this understanding, man, I'm gonna share it wherever I'm at. Like, man, yo, this the way it should be. Man, if we talking real, I'm a real this, that, you know what I'm saying, then you should be showing love.
Yeah. That's dope, man. So what do you look to get out of your music career? How long do you plan on teaching?
I was at a conference in where was I at? I think I was at the Revolt, the latest Revolt that was in Atlanta. And Coach K, who used to teach, you know what I'm saying? I think he was a coach at Atlanta Public Schools, something like that.
That's right. Yeah.
Coach K. I don't know, look it up, but that's what, the story was coming to me from a lot of sources. But anyway, he said, when asked, when should I quit my job? He said, why would you do that? That's where your money coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep working. The music, it'll come, but, you know what I'm saying? Keep working on that, but don't quit your job. So with that, I'm like, I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. We need to keep that bread flowing in. We got insurance for them kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's good. But my hope and my dream is that the music will pick up so much that then it'll be like, okay, I need to step away from education in this manner. You know what I'm saying? I no longer had the time to be a classroom teacher because
that hurts, man. Because the kids that got to come to the school and got to hear about you, how good of a teacher you was, and now you're gone. They don't get the same opportunities that the other ones got. So it's like
but with grooming teachers too, because hopefully, if I'm a good teacher, then that person next to me, to the right, to the left, is picking up on, the way I build relationships and the way I'm with the teachers, and they hopefully, taking some of that and sprinkling it into the way they interact, But I think everything has its time, and I'm just waiting, on my time on that little phase, which was a great phase, to kind of come to an end, so that I can start to give the world more of what I think my.
All right. So who are some people you work with on the track?
Well, I gotta shout out my producer, Anthem, on the track. He did 4 out of the 6. Two of the tracks were by me, but he did 4 out of the 6, and I really feel like, his production with my voice is a perfect match. We're the perfect union as far as musically. I think sonically we go together. So shouts out to Anthem on the track. I also work with Love the Genius. And if you haven't heard of her, man, you gotta do some digging because she is dope. I guess we'll have to mention like those same kind of videos, my 4 a.m. flicks, she would put up, you know, a few from her Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media she was on. And I mean, it would be like, yo, I gotta comment dignitaries, I gotta put, you know, my fist up. I gotta just sometimes say special because this shit would be like bone chilling. You know what I'm saying? How dope and how vivid it was. So I'm like, yo, whenever I do a project, I would love to get her on the track. And it just so happened one day she was like, yo, in the studio doing features, hit me. And I did it, and boom. And boom.
Oh, she's on.
Yeah, she's on the song called Earth Day.
Earth Day.
It will be a single.
Dope.
It will be a single.
Go check Earth Day out.
It will be a single.
Yeah.
And yo, look, man, when y'all hear this, y'all gonna want to hear her whole catalog.
Yeah.
For real.
So how you come on it?
Man, I came on it. I killed it. I was talking about my woman. I'm talking about, you know, bigging up the woman, and it was like I feel like I gave her the perfect alley.
Yeah.
Or just like I threw the ball up, and then she just.
All right, man. So we finna this interview finna switch up. Man. We're gonna have a man-to-man talk now.
Yeah.
So as an artist, man, and that's this new track you just put out is built around how to treat a woman, how to love a woman. And like I said, I know you're a father, you're a husband, and you got a family. So for a young black man coming up, you know, you want to get married, you want to make the right decision, you want to get with the right woman. How do you put yourself in a mind frame where you know, okay, if I got one, let this be one. Let me not look at this one. Let me focus on the one I got right now.
You know, that's a personal decision. I feel like you gotta put some things in perspective, you know, and you gotta be like, yo, if I love her, right, and if I know that that's mutual, you know what I mean, like, cause you done fell in love mad times.
Yeah.
But
see, that's the thing though. You don't want to keep falling in love with love.
Well, all love ain't the same though. You know when you love her more than she love you. You know when she into you way more than you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But when you get a nice balance, and when you really know, like, yo, she down for me and she want to see me succeed, and I want to do the same for her, then it's like, all right, we need to be exclusive.
Well, what if it comes so early? Like, what if it come?
It does come early sometimes.
22, 23, still growing up as a man, figuring things out, you know, getting yourself together, and the love comes so fast. Like, what do you do? Do you just go with the flow with it? Do you still like?
You enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You enjoy it, and you don't put no pressure on yourself, and hopefully she ain't putting pressure on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You enjoy it, and once you in the midst of enjoying that, you gonna start to think about, like, all right, should we get married? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a time limit though. That's the thing. Man, that's the thing. It's like, I feel like it's like, all right, is it too soon? Like that whole love thing, man. And I think you need to really start putting that more in your music, like giving niggas advice on that, about love and how they should go by loving their woman. You might be doing it now, but I'm talking about just younger guys like myself, 24 and down, like how to just start, you know, looking for those signs in a woman, like how to actually love a woman and love her for the long term. Because I'm the type of person like this. I don't like getting in just relationships for them to end in a year. Gotcha. Like once I'm with you, I'm with you.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But I can't. It don't always turn out like that, and I don't like that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't really.
You know, I mean, but you have to get out there. You have to put your house there. You have to go through that in order for you to know what's real, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you don't go through that 1 year relationship or less than that, then you have less to compare what that real thing is to. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got that real thing, you're like, all right, I remember this bug that I used to go through with Shorty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't putting me through this. She ain't got me on the clock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She ain't got me feeling like, you know, it's all about her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can do me, be who I am, and still be in love. Yeah. And everything is good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's that feeling. You will know it when you have it. But until then, just enjoy what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no rush. Because when you rush it,
it crash.
You know,
so let me ask
we
you a
see
question.
that.
When, with your wife, when y'all had your daughter, did that like make the love stronger at that point?
Oh,
is that like when you really realized like, okay, y'all finna go ahead? Did the baby kind of make the love and did the child make the love stronger than what it was before?
In retrospect, of course. Mm-hmm. But when you at that point, you can't see it. You like, yo, we deep in love. You know what I'm saying? We was probably 5 years in the game, you know what I'm saying? Have been living with each other for 5 years.
That's good numbers, though. That's really solid. See, that's why I had to ask you, man, because those are solid numbers.
Yeah.
Put yourself out of that, though. Think about it as if, like, you had 3-4 of those type of love experiences like you had with the one you with now.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Got
and now you on your 6th. We ain't got no kids yet, but now you're on your 6th. Like, oh, I'm in love. I feel like this is the one. And it's like, but you just have 5.
And then it gets hard, man. And I'll take my hat off to those people who just like, yo, I'm about to hop on this love train again, and you know, let's see where it leads. Because if that's me, I'm probably, you know, giving up on it or trying to monetize off of it. You know what I'm saying? If I've been in like 5 deep love joints. You see, I'm on Rosebuds now, and this is my, you know what I'm saying, love of my life type thing. So, you know what I'm saying? But if I had like 5 different love of my life type situations, man, I'm writing a book about one. I'm making an album about 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing a book of poems. I'm doing, man, I got to. Because I should be the expert.
Why do you think, you know, in the Black community, us as men, we don't sit at the round table and just talk about what we can do to like cater to the woman more, or put our woman more on the forefront to show that we have our beautiful queens. Just like how they respect us, they big us up. A woman will big you up if you're a man on your grind. She'll honor you, but I don't think we honor women enough when they're doing their thing. So when they're on their stuff, we like to bash them or say, "Oh, you know, shouldn't be doing it like this."
I think it goes back to probably tradition, American tradition. And then the way we was raised, you know what I'm saying? American tradition, as in, you know, everything in America is probably to the benefit of the white male. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you'll put the black male above women, or maybe women right above. I don't know what the hierarchy is, but you know what I'm saying? Knowing that women always have to fight harder than a male for anything, you know what I'm saying? Like knowing these things, which I guess weren't as talked about when we were younger. So now it's like, all right, when you know, you got to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? And since I have a daughter, I'm always thinking representation. I'm always thinking of, you know, yo, she has to be an adult soon. So we want to make the world, you know what I'm saying, as much of a better place as we can for our children. So now, whereas when we was coming up, yo, it's all about how many chicks you can get, about being a player, about doing the girl foul. You know what I'm saying? That was cool.
Like that, but that bros.
That was so stupid.
Shit, it's the gayest thing that ever came out.
Oh, it was stupid, but we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? We was ignorant. It sound good. You know what I'm saying? Even money over bitches. You know what I'm saying? That sound real good,
but it ain't even really like that's a tough one.
I want to put some. That's a tough one. I want to put money over the female.
That's a tough one, though. That's a tough one.
Maybe over some random females that may not add value to you.
I'm gonna say I understand where you're going with that. I really understand where you're going with that, but you can't survive out here without no money.
You can't.
Love is not gonna put no food in your stomach, man. Love ain't gonna pay that phone bill. Love ain't gonna.
It ain't gonna pay the bills.
Love don't pay no bills. Money pay bills. So I'm not saying money is everything, But when it comes to money over a female, okay, will I do anything out of character for money to disrespect my female? No.
I hope not.
No, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. But I mean, if it's my girlfriend or my lady, whoever I'm with, birthday on a date, and I have some money to go get on that date.
You're going to get that bag?
Money.
You're going to get that bag?
I'm going to get the bag.
Son, I can't do it.
At the end of the day, this is what I'm talking about. If it's business, if it's my business, let's say I have an interview on the day of my so anybody I'm dealing with birthday, and it's in LA, and it's a bag out there. Baby, you gonna have to come
with me.
Yeah, come with me. I was like, come with me.
We're gonna try to get this bag together.
Yeah, come with me. Oh, babe, look. As soon as I get someone, I'm gonna send you something for not being here.
But see, she ain't gonna want it, if she ain't gonna like it, or at least she gonna act like she don't like it for a minute. But the thing is, though, is like you gotta put some value on you.
Yeah, you're right.
And when it's your wife, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, yo, we won.
Yeah.
So anything else is like, yo, you disrespecting me. Then hold on, we can still get this bag, but this day, that's my wife's day. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
That's it. That's my wife's day.
Look. Thank you. I got taught that. I've been taught right here.
That's my wife's day, son. Let's get money on all the other days. Later that night, fine.
And this what I'm gonna take from that. Add more value to yourself so you can get in a position where you can tell whoever want to pay you. Hey, on this day right here, I can't do it on this day because you have that value. They're gonna be able to reschedule it whenever. They ain't gonna trip on that. So you're absolutely right. I would stand corrected. I would not put money over a female depending on who the female is. How about that?
Depending on who it is. If she means something to you,
she means something.
Then that money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying?
Good money. Man, but hey, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through, doing the interview with us, man. And what's some advice right now you can give a younger man that's coming out of college and trying to figure out what he want to do next?
Yo, find something that you're passionate about and just keep working at it. Like from my experience, even though I'm not where I want to be musically, I've seen others, you know what I'm saying, who just keep working, get to their goal. So I'm like, okay, I think if I stay on course, I'm going to reach where I'm at that moment of fruition. I did it in my professional career, you know what I'm saying, stayed the course. Now, you know what I'm saying, I'm 13 years in on the job, if that's what I want. If I wanted to pursue higher, education, stay the course, get the degree, get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just stay the course, you stay positive, you keep your eye on the prize, you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna stop you? Keep working at it. You gonna get it. And other than that, also, while you doing something passionate, if that ain't making no money, then be practical and do something that's gonna make some money. Because you're gonna need some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Need some choni.
You don't need it.
Yeah, need some choni, guys. You telling you, I mean, at least you can live for free though. Hey, it's damn. Man.
Where you living for free?
Nah, it's this thing it's called citizenship. It's not citizenship. It's like you're entitled to things. You heard of that? It's a certain kind of person.
Sovereignty?
Sovereign
citizenship?
Sovereign citizenship.
Mm-hmm. Your birthright.
Yeah.
You're talking about your birthright and all of that. I know some sovereigns, you know what I'm saying? Or some people who say they are sovereigns. I've seen people claim like deeds and ownership of land, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
So what's the difference between that and restitution for the black people who've been in America who've been slaves? That's damn near like the same thing, right?
In a way, but I believe that the sovereigns, feel like, we've been lied to, and America is our home. We have sovereignty. We were here prior to, even 1492. We were here. And the fact that you think all black people were put here through a transatlantic slave trade may not be the case. So you gotta get into some books, man.
Yeah.
You gotta look up. You know about the Moors?
The Moors, I know about.
Okay,
the Moors,
so
yeah,
you know, talk to some of them guys really, because they can give you some more detailed information. But me, I do research. I get into the books and try to when somebody tell me something, I try to at least see where this idea is coming from. But just facts, I don't know where to find facts, man. Facts.
Would you consider yourself as a Black empowerment artist?
Of course. I think just because I love myself and I love being Black, you know what I mean. I take pride in my culture, my roots. So I gotta big that up because the media and just, I mean, I call myself international Illy because I'm a little traveled.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say well traveled yet because there's still some places I need to go, but I've been around. Everywhere I've seen the Black male or just Black people being treated as if they were less than others. Everywhere I've been, everywhere. So in knowing that, it's really the opposite. If you think about the greatest minds in history, if you think about the greatest artists in history, the greatest athletes in history, if you think about that, you're gonna land on people who are melanated, you know what I'm saying? People who got the same skin color as you and I. So when everywhere I go and I see one thing, and when in reality it's quite the opposite, I'm like, yo, I gotta always be mindful. Even with this shirt, man, I had this dope track list, and it just didn't have us on it. And I'm like, man, yo, I gotta reach out to him, and I don't want to offend nobody, but I feel like I have to have representation. I want us to see us and feel like we are beautiful and we are elegant, and we have all the superlatives that everybody else has, but you need to see it. You need to see it so you can feel it. That's it.
Do you think the new generation artists do a good job with letting us see each other being in the glow and living the best things in life?
I see them having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I like to have fun.
Yeah.
So they do a good job of, I think, giving us a mirror of their reality. And that's all I want, because I want the realness.
Yeah.
But I feel like as you grow as a person, you gotta make sure, or at least somebody has to make sure, because maybe you don't, maybe that's not your lane, but somebody has to make sure that they're trying to think about that representation and make sure that they try to be a voice for those whose voice have been cut off for a while. And that's what I try to do.
But man, thank you, man, for, like I said, coming through, giving us a solid smile.
Thank you, man.
Man. Is there anything you want to say for Freestyling?
Yo, check out Rosebuds. Shouts out to Tommy Cole. Shouts out to Fee Love. There's some other young ladies that I work with on Rosebuds. This is a different side of me. I want y'all to really, open your ears and listen, because it felt like I was writing poetry. I used to write poems and never perform them, but just have a poem book, on my pod. And that's what it is, man. I'm just trying to talk from my perspective. I'm trying to give y'all the truest version of myself, where I'm at right now in my life, as the father, as the husband, the teacher. So I feel like, yo, this is me. And hopefully, they like it. Hopefully they accept it. I would love for it to be revered and held up, but we'll see. We'll see, man. I'm excited.
It's coming, man. Like I said, man, thank you for coming through. It's your boy, Richard Freight TV. We out.
Illy.